James Bell of the Boxing Source here with another video, and this video here is to talk about the comments made by Frank Warren about a potential matchup between Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. Now, we know that Tyson Fury is the WBC and Ring Magazine heavyweight champion of the world, and Anthony Joshua is a WBA, WBO, and IBF heavyweight champion of the world. And if they fought each other, of course, it would be for the undisputed heavyweight championship. But for the time being, we have two fights that are scheduled, as Anthony Joshua will fight Kubrat Pulev, and Tyson Fury will have his third fight with Deontay Wilder. Now, Frank Warren, of course, of Queensbury Promotions, is one of the promoters for Tyson Fury, and he had this to say: Tyson will do to Joshua exactly what he did to Wilder. And this is what Frank Warren told to the Express. What people forget about Fury is that he's got a very strong chin. He's got a great boxing brain. He's got great hand speed. He's got great footwork. He's brave, and we've seen him get off the floor. We've seen him do all of that. AJ was terribly exposed against Andy Ruiz Jr. He got absolutely exposed, and in the second fight, Ruiz Jr. was even heavier than he should have been, totally out of condition. AJ trained hard. It's what you should do as a pro. He fought on the back foot. But I look at it this way. Well, here's a few things about what Frank Warren said. Number one, that first Joshua fight with Andy Ruiz Jr., Anthony Joshua was not completely prepared for that particular fight against Andy Ruiz Jr. in comparison to Andy Ruiz Jr. being prepared for Anthony Joshua. Okay, we all know about the whole thing with Anthony Joshua. Originally supposed to fight Jarrell Miller. Jarrell Miller ended up being taken out due to the use of PEDs. So, as a last-minute replacement, it was Andy Ruiz Jr. as they tried to get Luis Ortiz in the ring to fight Anthony Joshua. But it ended up being Andy Ruiz, who, not that far back, had fought a guy that was pretty much around the same height or physical dimensions as Anthony Joshua, other than the build, of course. So Andy Ruiz Jr. was well prepared to fight tall guys there, like Anthony Joshua is. And so in the second fight, Anthony Joshua switched up his game, trained a lot more, slimmed down so that he could be more fluid in his punches. And he prepared for Andy Ruiz no matter what Andy Ruiz was going to be there in the ring. Now, Tyson Fury, of course, had fought Deontay Wilder on December 1st, 2018, and it ended up being a draw. Then he prepared himself to fight Deontay Wilder in the rematch, which ended up being February 22nd of this year, where he battered Deontay Wilder to a 7th round stoppage. So now he's getting prepared for a third fight with Deontay Wilder that it may be ended up in October due to this COVID-19 pandemic thing. But when it comes to Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua, me personally, I think it would be one of the best heavyweight fights in the past 25 to 30 years. I think that Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua are two of the most highly skilled heavyweights that we have seen in some time. Of course, we've had the long reign of Vladimir Klitschko in the heavyweight division, being the unified champion. And before he retired, you have Vitaly Klitschko as a WBC champion for a long time. But of course, they never fought each other. Now we have the possibility of having Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua for the undisputed heavyweight championship of the world. And they have sparred each other a few times in the past, and those have been, good little sparring battles. But they'll be able to take notes from each of those times that they have trained against each other. And then once they finally do fight you're going to see a great fight between those two guys. So when it comes to the comments of Frank Warren, I really don't buy them that much because you're going to have two of the most highly skilled fighters in the ring that know that there's going to be a lot on the line and they're not going to back down from what either fighter basically has for them. So we're going to end up getting a great fight, the likes of like Anthony Joshua versus Vladimir Klitschko, or something of that particular magnitude. That's why I got in reference to this particular topic. You can subscribe to the Boxing Source here on YouTube. You can also catch the Boxing Source radio show that is live 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time Sunday nights on Blog Talk Radio, or catch the podcast on iTunes, Google Podcasts, Spotify, or whatever your favorite podcast app is. On that note, folks, I'm out. Peace.